Hello, my beautiful souls. Scorpio, I hope you're doing amazing. This is your love story reading for the first half of April. Please remember, this is a general reading. If it doesn't fit, don't make it. I would check your Venus. This is a love reading. I suggest that you check that for your love energies if it doesn't resonate. You can also check your moon rising as well. If you need a private reading on your own specific energies, I'll be more than happy to do that for you. Links in the description box below, or you can go to the website up above and I'll be more than happy to help you there. So, Scorpios, we are going to jump right in to your reading. Let's see what we have for you in love, April. So we have solitude, magical map shifter, and wide open. Scorpio, I feel like you've had a lot of time to think. And I feel like you've had a lot of time to think because you and your person have been a little distant or maybe not talking. Right? So because of this, not because of it, but there's a shift in the energy. Someone's making a decision. And I feel like it's your person, you know? I feel like they've been closed off and something has happened in their life. And I feel like this has nothing to do with you all. But something has happened in their life that made them either appreciate you or realize that you are, good foundation for them. So I feel like things are shifting in that favor. However, I don't have a set outcome. I don't have this feeling of like, oh, this is it. I just have this feeling of them being open to the possibilities or open to see what's going to happen instead of being closed off or anything like that. But let's get into some more cards. All in reverse, so I had to make sure they weren't all in reverse. So, Scorpio, I see that maybe you all had a chance to go to counseling and you decided not to. I feel like you just decided to handle it on your own. You didn't want to get anybody else involved. You didn't want to... You really didn't want anybody else's opinion. You know, it's one of those things where you're like, well, if it's going to work, it's going to work. If it's not, it's not. And I also get this feeling that some of you thought it was just going to pass. It's just a thing that we're going through now, and then we'll be fine at the end of things. But I really feel like you didn't put a lot of action in because you were scared of what was going to happen. It's like, I already seen a decline. I don't want it to go or be any worse than it is. And then the universe comes in and changes things for you. I feel like that quiet solitude that you gave this person really helped, whether you knew it or not. Yeah, this person just doesn't want to be stuck anymore. They want things to move. They want things to shift. And this is the realization that yes, you can rely on spirit. Yes, you can believe in what you believe in, but there are moments where you do have to take action and things has to happen, right? You can't just sit there. So let's get into some more cards. This person misses you very much. Very much. They want to choose to have a more healthy relationship. A more balanced relationship. So that involves them coming out of themselves. You know? Coming out of themselves. Not blame. You know, there comes a moment where you can blame everybody else. Yes. But you have to take some sort of responsibility about where things are going. You know? So I feel like now they're deciding to take control instead of leaving it up to you, leaving it up to the universe, letting things flow. You are on a list of things that they want and things that they want to work out, you know, and there has to take some sort of action to do that. You've definitely been trying to give love or care about this person as much as you can. And I feel like I get fake it till you make it. This last phrase here definitely stood out to me. It's just like you were just doing it. You were making it happen, hoping that it would work out, right? It was one of those things where, yes, you can pretend to be softer or more nurturing or whatever. But when it all comes down to it, you have to be yourself. This person needs to care and love you for yourself. But you're also, you know, like not being mean to them or anything of that nature. Very interesting interaction. Okay. All right, Scorpio. Okay, so we have the Queen of Cups. I'm gonna keep reversals. We have the King of Pentacles, 3 of Swords, 6 of Swords, 9 of Rods, 3 of Cups, Emperor, Hangman, 8 of Rods, 2 of Cups, the Chariot, and the Tower. Bottom of the deck is the 7 of Rods and the Death. Okay. So right in the center, I see, this is like realizing that you don't really want change in the situation. I feel like neither one of you really do. I mean, it feels to me like you don't want to end something. You don't want to shift in the relationship as far as being together, you know? But things feel stuck because no one's coming out. There's no transformation process that's happening here, right? So it's kind of taking away your urge to want to fight for this, or your urge to want to put the energy in, you know? There needs to be some sort of change. So in the past, I see you being very nurturing of your person and very caring to them, right? Even though the situation isn't perfect by any means. You know, there's a lot of work that needs to be done. There's a lot of communication that needs to be had. But I feel like you have something together, whether this is home or family or some sort of responsibilities, or you may work together. You know, but your intuition's telling you to stick it out, you know. This is like, don't leave just yet. That situation is a little iffy, but there's still that feeling of, you know, wanting to take care of this, wanting to see what's going on here. Two cards, King of Swords in reverse and the King of Cups. Oh, yeah. Logically, you don't know what to do. Emotionally, you're all in. So this is emotions running really high, logic running really low. Okay, so this is feeling what you feel, being upset and being angry and things like that, but not communicating those feelings, not discussing it, not really having. This is like that energy where you forget what you were mad about, but you're still mad, you know? So in your mind, you're all about trying to heal this. You definitely feel the separation from your person. Sorry about that. I had a delivery. Okay. So, in your mind, you do want to heal this. You know, there's healing. There's also hurt, you know. But you're trying to figure out a way to heal things. You want to walk away from what was and into what is. So this journey has been long and hard, and it has affected you in your heart. I feel like in a way you didn't expect. You know, it's been rough. It's been a rough road. But there is some release coming with that Nine of Wands. Yeah. The relationship, the bond is still here. The road is just hard. The conversation is hard. The communication is hard. Lack of communication. So moving forward, you really need to let your guard down. I feel like it's hard because it's protected you for a really long time, dealing with this person. But it's time to open yourself up. You're not letting love in. Okay? You're creating a scenario where it's hard for this person to come in. It's hard for things to get resolved. It's hard for things to get fixed, even though you want them to be that way. It's making it hard for that to happen. And I feel like this person is coming in and you just need to be open to what they have to say. I do see there being success. Oh, look at that. Things are going to go back to how they were. But I still feel like I don't feel like the situation is lingering, Scorpio. I'm going to say that. But I feel as though the fact that this even happened, the fact that there was an imbalance, you know, the fact that they took you through this or that this was hard is always going to be in your mind, right? You're scared that you're going to go back through this. It's a fortunate event. It's a horrible thing to have to go through. But I feel like it was here to teach you about your past. And things possibly that you were saying or doing that was wrong. And realizing how happy you are in the situation that you're in or with this person. I feel like this person, the person that you're dealing with, wanted to stand their ground. That was their mindset, you know? They were like, I'm going to stand my ground. I'm going to keep pushing forward. I'm going to do what it is that I'm doing. But I feel like they were missing the mark. And they realized that they had to take control. Yeah. This was just creating more imbalance in the environment. And this is a need to take control of the situation. Sometimes you have to be the initiator, you know? It's like they had to step out of their emotions to see that. They definitely got to change your perspective. Because their idea of stability or their idea of what was going to happen, you coming towards them to make them some sort of offer, you know, sacrificing yourself or whatever it may be, did not happen. And there's a need to come out of that ego-based or ego-centered place in order to stop the blockages, in order to get focused, in order to have some sort of gain of what they want to accomplish. So lots of communication, lots of movement, and that happened because they had a change of heart. This is not about being impulsive. This is about the impulse that they had to hold back, to do this, to be angry, or whatever it was, has to change because it was just bringing about negative energy and negative situations. So this is facing a truth that this relationship is not going to be perfect. Okay? This is a truth that this is about stability. This is about holding on and keeping this relationship. And less about emotional standpoint. And I know that sounds weird, but this is like, I'm going to be with this person regardless of how my emotions may flow. I might not be good at compromise. They might not be good at compromise. But that's out in the open. And regardless of what happens, I want to be here. Yeah, looking at a journey outside of you or going into a different relationship doesn't seem very stable or practical to them. So they had to make a decision. So then we have the Chariot and the Tower for the future. What's very interesting about this energy is I feel like whatever the underlying problem is still isn't being dealt with here. But someone has made a sacrifice to just deal with what's going on at this point. So I feel like that inner turbulence has not stopped, which leads me to believe that it will resurface in the future. But right now, this is a sense of healing from thoughts. But with the Death in reverse, it's still there. The underlying issue is still there. And it will come up again. The key to healing it, though, is sticking together and getting through the confusion if you can. And I say if you can because the Four of Pentacles is here in reverse. And it does talk about holding on to things. Yeah, at the bottom of the deck we have the Two of Swords. So the decision is yours. Right now you're at a stalemate. A comfortable place. You know, a place where you're not fighting. You know, no one's pushing their own agenda. But there still needs to be a transformation. So as long as you're clear on what the purpose is, like staying together, holding on to the relationship, and not just out of fear or scarcity or money issues, you can be clear on how to deal with this. Also, taking ego out of the situation. You're redirecting your journey. Yeah, there needs to be open communication. It's kind of like figuring out how to talk to each other again, how to discuss things without people getting angry or upset or feeling like they're being attacked. Would be very extremely helpful to this relationship. So let's get into chakra cards. This definitely is a chance to balance out the relationship It almost feels to me like this is one step, you know, on in a series of steps that needs to be taken in this relationship, you know. I feel like your person needs to stop letting their emotions and their heart and their feelings drive their actions, okay? And being more practical, not listening to others, not basing your relationship on how other people's relationships are or listening to what other people have to say, because really it's between you two. And it's about getting the balance back between you two. What's interesting for you though, Scorpio, I feel like the key is that this person is breaking down the walls for a second just so you can get in the situation, you know? It's kind of like finally they're letting me in so then you can do some work or do what needs to be done in the inside of things. Yeah, but do not take this as, oh my God, this is a win and I don't have to work on things anymore. Like I said, this is a first step in a series of steps, okay? So then we have resilience. There is no need to rush or push. This is a time to take things as they come. You have the determination and patience to handle what is happening. Beautiful. Slow and steady wins the race, okay? So Scorpio, I love you, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.